All right, yeah. So we pulled a well-known good one out of the hat today, I suppose. The Monster Punch Mango Loco. A lot of people seem to like this one. Um, but you know, we'll put it. We'll really put it to the thumb screws. You know. I think that's what I got to do. Now that I'm thinking of it, I gotta like when people when youngins. I'm not even that old really, but when youngins come in with their hot new words, the new brain rot is terrible. Yeah, when they're with their brain rot, I got to counter with some like old words that people don't use anymore, like thumb screws. MSN, AOL, and ICQ. I did not have AOL, but I had those other things. Although I can't imagine I had very many people use ICQ. MSN was definitely the most popular, like, chat app, if you will. Although it's kind of weird when you think about it, because these days, like, messaging people on the internet is just a byproduct of you doing something else on your computer. But at that time, it's like you would dial up to the internet so you could chat with people on MSN. That was the main function. I use what we call those IRC chat rooms. Now you're here. I lost one cat and gained a different cat. I think he smells the mango. He's being very cautious. Oh, he's leaving. Mosley does not approve of this beverage. Alright, well, it sure fucking looks like mango. Look at that. It's a classic cloudy monster. Original Facebook was MySpace. Yeah, I don't think I used either, but MySpace was definitely a thing. That was like not about music. It was like about people having their own terrible like GeoCities page. All right. See what we got going on here. It smells like mango juice. Like straight on fresh. It's got like that little bit of like a creaminess on the sweet end. And it's got a little bit of that green, kind of green vegetal character on the other end. That being said, nothing too complicated. Does this have actual mango stuff in it? It's not like, oh yeah, mango juice from concentrate, guava puree. No wonder this seems like it's real. It is actually real stuff. Apple juice concentrate, pineapple syrup, pineapple juice concentrate, apricot puree, orange juice concentrate, peach puree, lemon juice, passion fruit juice concentrate. These are all ingredients here. Part of the reason I'm asking is because there is actually some, you can't really see it very well on camera, but I can see it. There's actually some like pulp or something in here. like it is not a homogeneous substance. Bit of a wine glass. Ah, you see, this is a copita. This is a whiskey nosing glass. You can also see probably that it's forming this kind of like layer on the glass. This kind of like frothy kind of like residue coming up here. That's part of to prove my point that this is actually not a homogeneous liquid. There's some actual puree bits in here. If you didn't know, if you're a can drinker, maybe I'm ruining the experience for you, but this is actual stuff here. Real fruits. Give a kid a floppy disk, I guarantee that they won't have a clue what it's meant for. Oh, do you know what a floppy disk is? That's a physical a physical model of the save icon. That's what that is. Can you say something in a language that I don't speak? Well, I don't know what that means. So no. I won't say it. As to not know what happens, I'm subjecting myself to. Alright, a monster, mango loco. Cheers. Yeah, see, it tastes like juice, man. It tastes like real fruit juice. Which makes sense, man. Again, there is mango juice, guava puree, white grape juice, apple juice, pineapple syrup, pineapple juice, apricot puree, orange juice, peach puree, lemon juice, passion fruit juice. These are all juices, real juices in here. So this is in fact juice with caffeine. Straight up. It has the texture of real juice, tastes like real juice. Has real fruit juice sweetness. Does this have straight up added sugar? Yeah, it does also have added sugar as well. It also has fake sugar. It has real sugar, fake sugar. Real sugar, fake sugar, fruit juice sugar. And of course, all your favorite energy cocktail items. But yeah, there is actually some sucralose in this. So the fact that the whole thing is like real sugar and fruit juice sugar wasn't good enough. They also put fake sugar in here too. This is a lot of sugar. The nice part about this one on the palate is it contains like those natural variations within actual fruit juice. So it's not hollow like a artificial sweetener drink. But it's also not like a one note, one dimension fake artificial flavor that comes from like say something that's just like fruit punch and it's made to taste like red and sugar, like Kool-Aid, you know? It's got a lot of like real fruit variation. Again, like the range here, you get like that creaminess on the sweet end, and then like that vegetal green component on the north end with several like shades. The best way to describe it is like, yeah, it all kind of like smells and tastes like a fruit juice, but it's like in 3D because it's kind of been given so many different kinds of juice, right? Rate it out of 10. Well, you're new here, so you don't know that we rate things out of 100 among 5 categories. So I'll rate this out of 100. 25 for aroma, 25 for palate, 25 for finish, 10 for texture, and 15 for my personal subjective opinion. As we would a whiskey. Because if you're new here, you don't know. This is a spirits related broadcast, so we talk about whiskey. Oh, here's a Japanese one. Here's a Japanese whiskey. Here's an independent bottled Scotch whiskey. What else is here? Here's a Canadian whiskey. What else can I grab? Oh, here we go. Here's a single pot still Irish whiskey. Let's see. Oh, here's a gin. What else do I got here? Oh, here's a Fiji Jamaican rum. A South Pacific Fiji rum. What else is down here? Oh, I even have like a Diageo special release Talisker. How about that? This is just what's in arm's length right now. So, you enjoy experiencing fine alcohol, subscribe to my channel. Oh, hi, Crosses. But for right now, we have simply to rate the Monster Mango Loco literal fruit juice. Have you tried Old Monk Indian rum from India? I have not tried it, but I'm well aware of it because I have a friend who bought one of the Old Monk heads on international, what do they call those, duty-free shops. You know, the big head. Do you know that Old Monk? It's kind of a meme. I haven't tried it, but yeah, this thing here, I'll show you. This thing here. What a bottle, eh? Anyway. Oops. So, I'm aware of it, but I haven't tried it. As far as I know, it's not that good, really, but it's a cheap Indian rum. All right. So at 25, the aroma is really not that intense. It has a good variation, a good like depth to it, but not a generic complexity. I'll give it 16. All right, and palate at 25. There's so much solids in this. It's actually really surprising how many solids are in this. You gonna go for a bit? All right. Cabo White Rum from Goa. I've never heard of this. The problem with getting alcohol that is not imported through the agencies in Canada is it's pretty much impossible to get. Like I cannot import rum. It has to come. It has to come through the liquor control boards and so on. Like the only Cabo that I see is Cabo rum liqueur. It's a coconut liqueur, which is not rum. It's white rum with coconut flavor in it. So I don't know if that's what you mean. But it's technically not rum, it's a coconut liqueur. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, one is maybe available in the United States, I'm not sure, but I don't see it available in Canada. But yeah, to be clear, it is less than 40% alcohol and classified as a liqueur. It's Indian beer. It also tastes horrible. I don't know the last time I even had Indian beer even on the radar. Again, it's like the same idea. It's like it's hard to import some of that stuff. You taste horrible. Wow, Crassus. I do know of some Indian beer. I know Kingfisher. I know that's an Indian beer. But I can't say I've ever tried it or tried any. Now I do know of a few Indian whiskeys. Of course, this is a spirits related channel, so there is of course a few whiskeys that have international regard and I can actually get because they're popular enough outside of India, I suppose, that people import them into Canada. So, of course, Amrut is one, or Indri is the other one, I believe. So they both have offerings that I can get. Amrut Fusion is a very popular one I know of, which is half like Indian malt and half Scottish malt, Scottish peated malt. So it's like a half peated, half Scottish malt peated Indian whiskey. Cobra and London Pilsner, yeah, I don't recognize those names, but they probably just don't get that stuff in Canada. We really don't even have that many European imports in a grand scheme of things. We have like the popular European export beers, but not a whole lot. I'm actually surprised that I can readily get Sapporo where I am because apparently there's some places that cannot get Sapporo even. Which of course is Japanese, but you know, that's not like some kind of interesting Japanese beer, right? It's a giant Japanese beer. You have to taste the artificial sweetness. Not the artificial sweetness, but like the added sweeteners on this. Definitely way sweeter than like straight juice. A little bit of a good range of notes. The problem with this is like while it's tasty like juice, it doesn't have that range of flavor that makes it truly interesting. So like the best I can kind of do for this is 16. I do like the depth of it. I like that, like the flavors are kind of in 3D. But again, it's lacking dimension, not depth, but dimension. Or is that the way to say it? It has depth and dimension, but it's lacking complexity. It's lacking breadth. All right, and the finish out of 25. Slight mango notes linger. I miss bread. I wish. But no, I don't miss bread. I'm gonna go with 15. Texture out of 10. Carbonation is light, but it works for this. There's a little bit on the sticky end, though. Give it a 4. Alright, a 15. My personal subjective opinion of this Monster Punch Mango Loco. It's pretty good. It does taste like real juice with added sugar. There's a good sparkling element that kind of like boosts it a little bit. The one issue I have with this in particular is, again, there's lots of fruits in there, lots of different juices, but you can't really detect those different fruits separate from each other. It kind of just adds like depth and dimension to the one kind of like tropical-ish fruit character. Which means that, like, there's not really a whole lot of interesting things to kind of, like, try to tease out of this, you know? It kind of tastes like a natural product in some ways. It does taste like juice. It doesn't taste like, you know, a one-note Kool-Aid type of drink. So in that way, it's kind of, like, a little bit different. But it's still lacking like anything interesting about it. It is just a kind of a solid line flavor. So while and to be honest, it's not my favorite flavor profile for me personally. It's not bad. I've bought these, I think, just to try a few times, but they've never been like my repeat go-to. They're not my favorite monster. But they're better than like the regular monster. That being said, the thing about the regular monster is it had a weird set of interesting kind of flavors to tease out of it, and this doesn't have that. It's just mango. And I know this is a one that people enjoy, and I think this is definitely a good offering that a lot of people will enjoy drinking. But in terms of like the experience that this flavor provides, it's not that interesting, really, in my personal opinion. In terms of the experience of this one, it just is like you went and bought mango juice in the store and you put some fucking caffeine and sugar in there, you know, which is not bad, but not a wild adventure. So, like this, we'll say, you know, it's definitely distinct but doesn't stand out. A good 7, I think, is fair, because again, it's doing something that a lot of other drinks don't do. It is primarily juice, like real juice. And you can tell how this glass had developed all kinds of little residue on it. This is actually a whole bunch of real juice. Not flavor gunk. And that's got some merit. It's just not that interesting either. Sometimes you can do the right thing, but still not do the best thing. So I put these together. I got 32, 47, and 11 is 58. 58 on 100. This is not bad. It's good. It's still